Hello again. Yeah, it's me, Josje. It's been such a long time, and yeah, I know. I'm very sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I haven't been around, and I haven't said anything. It's just there was a lot of stuff going on. Nothing bad. Don't worry. I'm not ill or anything else like that. I was very busy. And in the beginning, actually, it didn't have anything to do with that. My laptop broke down, and I do everything with my laptop. And I couldn't access anything, couldn't access my files, and it was, yeah, very problematic. So I couldn't even get onto, well, maybe I could have if I used my phone. I never use my phone. Except for filming things. But anyway, yeah, I haven't been around, and I'm very sorry. I just disappeared on you like that. Like I said, my laptop broke down. I couldn't access anything. It was frustrating, and I was a little bit worried because I couldn't get to any of my files either. And I do make backups a lot, but still, I didn't have anything to play my backups onto, so I couldn't do anything. It took a month because I ordered a new one, and it took a month before I could get it. I think it was because a new one was released, and I got the newest one, so probably it was that. But anyway, after that month, it was kind of nice not having to do anything, and sometimes making videos like these and like what I do, it takes a lot of time and effort, and yeah, it's not always fun. Even though I like my videos and I enjoy what I do, it's not always fun. So I kind of liked it, not doing anything. And to be honest, my workshop is completely full of stuff. I've showed you this before. And it's a bit difficult I have to step over things, so I wasn't able to make anything, or, very with difficulty. It's a complete and utter chaos, still is. And a lot of it will go once I go to Miniature Tune in Denmark, because a lot of it was donated by Therese's daughter, my friend Therese, and it's going to Tuna. So that's a little bit of a backstory. Like I said, I hardly did any miniatures at all. But I did go to Kensington. And as you can see here in the middle of my dining room, by the way, I did not make a dining room table yet. I do have plans, but I think it will be after July. Once my workshop is clean and I can start working again. Anyway, here are some of the pieces, and I will show you these. These I bought in Kensington in London, and I will show you them a little bit later. Oh, there is a storm brewing. Oh, and look at that, hailstones. Look at them, quite big. Well, I had to run inside to close the windows, and this is the aftermath the next day. But look at all the foliage on the ground, and my poor hosta, look at those leaves. All the holes in there, they're completely ripped apart. I don't think they'll recover from that. This is my apple tree. Completely battered by these hailstones. It's a mess. They'll flower, but, it won't be pretty. Oh well. Fortunately, most of my roses were not affected. Well, the leaves were, but the buds were not affected by the hailstorm. And a lot of my other flowers were doing okay as well. As they are in bud, they will still come out. So I picked a few for to put my desk, and I really like these. This is one I grew last year, or planted last year, and the other two, this pinkish one and the white one down there, I've had those for years. And in this bouquet, it's really lovely. I've also got some sweet peas, and they smell fantastic, of course. And I've got some snapdragons, and I've sown those last year, and this year they just went. They're huge, absolutely huge. And then also something I've sown last year are these achillea. And these are the pink ones, and I have white ones and yellow ones as well, and they haven't flowered yet, but there's a ton of buds on there. And they came through the winter really well. So, yeah, very happy. And they do very well in the vase as well. And then here in the back, I also have some honeysuckle, and that's one I have had for, I don't know, a long time as well. And I've put it in this little tea drinker milk jug. And tea drinker is a transfer design made by Société Céramique Maastricht, which is a Dutch company, and Maastricht is a city in the most southern point of the Netherlands. So this is made in Holland, and somewhere between 1920 and 1949, I believe this was made. But I love it because it's tea drinker, and I love tea, so yeah. I like the color as well. So I use the milk jugs, to put flowers in very often. Right, Kensington. I went to London to the Kensington Dollshouse Festival, and this was back in May 15th and 16th, 2026. And today is July 17th. So it's 2 months ago, and I actually just got back from Miniaturist Journal, which was 6th till 10th of July, and it was fantastic. I actually took that class, and I'll show you that later. But I just wanted to show you this about what I bought in Kensington first. So this is the catalogue that you get. And I will need it because I need to look up some names. I don't have a very good memory at the moment. So let's show you what I got. So these are some of the pieces that I've bought. And let me start by showing these here, these vases. And I'll just move these out of the way. Now these are terracotta clay kiln-fired vases, and they came from the shepherd's hut, and I'd never seen him before, but I really like his work. He had different pieces as well, like metal agas, beautifully made. And as some of you may know, I have an aga, a full-scale one, in my real kitchen, and so I know what they look like. And trust me, these were good. I have some photographs. I didn't film much. I didn't film much at all. Well, practically nothing at the fair. And I'm sorry about that. I know you always enjoy that kind of stuff, but I didn't film at all. And so I can only show you those few photographs I took. And yeah, from the shepherd's hut. So these two classical vases, I think this would be an olive jar, and this, I don't know, classical vase for the garden, jardiniere or something like that. Beautiful, really like those. Beautiful shapes. And then here again, classical shapes, almost like Roman vases, like from an archaeological dig or something like that. These are painted. Again, they are terracotta clay kiln-fired vases. Then the next pieces are these beautiful flowers. I'll start with this one. Lovely geranium, or pelargonium, I should say. And this one was made by Floral Decor Mini. And I love her work. I have several of her flowers and plants. I try to buy one if I see her. I try to buy one. But anyway, this year I was late coming to her table, but she still had beautiful pieces. But yeah, lovely pelargonium. Yeah, I really like that one. Put that over here. And then I bought more flowers, and these were made by B4J Miniatures. And this was I had never seen her before, so she was new to me. And she made, again, beautiful flowers. Loved her work. Very different ones as well, but yeah, these classic peonies, I love them. And her name is Bunakwa Lam, and yeah, it came in this metal watering can. So yeah, very pretty. Love it. And here again, B4J Miniatures. And this, of course, is a apple tree blossom or a branch with apple blossom. I think it's beautiful. Try and get that in focus. Love that. I suppose these are pieces that I would love in full scale as well. So, yeah, beautiful work. Is that in focus? I hope so. And then there's this piece. This is a little stool made by Masters Miniatures. And it's a mouseman stool. And in full scale, this is furniture that's been made, I think, for about 130 years now. And I believe the original maker of this furniture, that had every piece of furniture of his had a mouse on it. So he carved it into the furniture. And I think his name was Robert Thompson. So I really like this stool. The mouse maybe is a little bit big for the furniture, but doesn't matter. I really liked it. Unfortunately, the legs all came off, so I had to redo them. I'll show you that now. So here we are. This is the little Masters Miniatures Mouseman stool. And I like it. I really do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. But there are a few things I don't like. And obviously, it didn't quite survive the trip because one of the legs fell off. And I will have to fix it. Now, I did notice that it is not drilled into the wood and then inserted into the wood. So I'll have to find the exact position so that the legs of the stool match, like something like that, I guess. The other thing I really don't like is that there's a lot of glue. So the mouse was glued on, which is, normally I think the original mouseman furniture maker, I think he sculpted the mouse as part of the furniture, but I'm not sure. I have to look that up. But there's, it's glued on and the tail's glued on, but there's a lot of glue on the, I don't know if you can really make that out. Oh, there you go, there. And here there's a lot of glue residue, and under here there's a whole blob of glue, and of course around the legs there's lots of glue. And I really don't like that. It just, it just takes away from the overall design. I just don't think you should do that. I think they should have drilled holes and then at the right angle and then put the legs in with a little bit of wood glue. Anyway, I'm going to try and glue this on correctly. And then I'm going to scrape the glue. Once it dries, I'll scrape the glue off. Or maybe I should try and scrape that off first before I try to attach that leg. So I'm going to use my scalpel. And maybe I have to redo the varnish or the finish on it. I'm not sure what's on there. But I'll just try scraping this away. See what it looks like after I'm done. And then maybe put another coat of varnish on there, spray coat. I got the glue off that was next to the tail. I could feel it like a lumpy blob of glue, but it's gone now. Still have to do some work on the rest. There's some glue here, but I'll keep doing that. Unfortunately, the second leg fell off as well. That came from the back here. So I'll have to fix that one as well. I also kind of scraped off the glue from the top of the legs, and I scraped off a lot of the glue from around the little mouse. I also rounded the body a little bit into the stool because it was just straight, and there still is a gap between the stool and the mouse, but because the body of the mouse was so straight and there was the bottom of the body of the mouse was very straight, it just looked odd. And by the way, if you're sitting on this stool, that mouse is going to poke your thigh. So I'm not sure if when he made the real mouseman stools, I'm assuming this is a copy of a real one, I would expect the mouse to be either on the side or on one of the legs. But, well, anyway, I have to fix it. I did scrape off a lot of the glue, though. That's gone. Most of it, anyway. I fixed it, and I like it. It will be very nice for the kitchen, I think. And finally, I have this piece made by Anne High. And this is a Dutch table. It's called a flap aan de wand. And you open it up and it folds like that. And often it was used, it was painted furniture, but this one isn't. Here it's got some lovely carving on it, on the legs. And it's very handy because you can just fold it away and put it against the wall. Flap aan de wand means flap on the wall. So yeah, flap on the wand. So there we go. And I thought it was very nice because it's a Dutch piece, and yeah, it will fit into my Dutch dolls houses. So those were some of my, I think, I'm not sure if that's all I bought. I think maybe it was, because I didn't buy too much, because it was quite an expensive trip. And I was there for, I think it was 5 or 6 days. I can't even remember. It's 2 months ago. because I was also there for the PIMA Awards. I was a judge for the PIMA Awards in at the Kensington Fair. So, and I'll tell you a little bit about that later in another video. Again, I didn't film anything, so I don't have anything really to show you. You can look it up on the internet, and I'm sure you can find the pieces that were submitted, and I was able to look at them and judge them. But I'll tell you a little bit more some other time. There. I think that looks really nice over there. You know, it's convenient. You can just sit there and clean some vegetables or something like that. Or go out in the garden. There's the door. Well, it's not a garden. It's supposed to be a patio or like an enclosed space, but it's not finished yet. So, but I think it looks really nice. And I also think I should put some of the flowers over there. And the little pelargoniums or geraniums in front of the window. I have to fix that, but yeah, I like that. So this is a mess. I have to work on that a little bit. But as always, I love my kitchen. So many beautiful pieces in there. The only thing I've recently been thinking about is changing this right here, this piece. Because this is the pump. This is where the faucet, or here you pump the water and then the water comes into the sink. The one thing that I don't like is that you're not able to see if you're standing in front of it. You cannot see behind here. And I thought it would be nice to have something, that you have to look around, but it just annoys me every time. So I'm trying to come up with a solution, maybe make it lower or smaller or something like that. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I think it will be changed. And then you'll be able to see the sink and more of the window and the things that are behind there. It will look a lot nicer. Oh, my light's not working. Oh, there we go. So, some nice pieces for the kitchen. I forgot about these. And I really did forget about these. It's been 2 months since I bought these at the Kensington Dollshouse Festival. And I didn't write down what I bought in my little book. And I should have done that. I didn't. And now I forgot who made them. And that's really, really terrible. Usually I know where I bought them. And I know the place where I bought them. So if I look at the map in the catalog, then I can find out who I bought them from. And even that I forgot. And it also just occurred to me that I bought some more pieces because I bought some wood turnings, and I don't know what I did with them. Like I said, my workshop still is a huge mess from all the pieces that I received as a donation for Miniature in June. And yeah, I did start cleaning, and I will find everything. But if any one of you knows who they're on stone bases, if any one of you know who made these pieces, I'd like to know. Yeah, again, lovely pieces. It's so lovely, this table. I love the carving on it. And I think it should be displayed folded open, or Maybe that's called close, I'm not sure. For now, I'll put it against this tub, in the kitchen. And that way the carving is shown, and I rather like it here. Maybe people will trip over that leg. It should be against the wall, really. But for now, I'll put it here. Actually, I quite kind of like it with the wood and the open cut work on the door there of this central kitchen island. That's it for today. It was a bit chaotic, and actually after not having made videos for such a long time, I kind of forgot how I had to edit them. So that took a long time as well, because I couldn't remember a lot of the steps I had to do. Anyway, I'm back. I cannot promise you I will be back every week, but I'll do my best. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.